Military tensions have sharply escalated between India and Pakistan in recent weeks, following a devastating terrorist attack in Indian-administered Kashmir. The incident has reignited long-standing hostilities between the two nuclear-armed neighbors, who have been locked in a bitter dispute over the territory of Jammu and Kashmir for decades. Jammu and Kashmir, a Muslim-majority region nestled in the northern part of the Indian subcontinent, has been at the heart of multiple conflicts between India and Pakistan since both countries gained independence in 1947. The region is currently divided between the two nations, but both claim it in full. In this latest flare-up, the tensions have once again brought the spotlight to one of the most volatile flashpoints in South Asia. Following the terrorist attack, which Indian authorities swiftly attributed to militant groups based in Pakistan, India launched a retaliatory airstrike on Pakistani-controlled Kashmir. The strike, which involved the use of air-to-surface missiles, took place on a Wednesday and reportedly targeted what India described as terrorist infrastructure, not Pakistani military positions. As of the latest reports, the death toll on the Pakistani side has risen to 31 dead and 46 injured. While India insists that its airstrikes were carefully targeted to avoid civilian and military casualties, Pakistan sees the act as a grave violation of its sovereignty. India's foreign minister, in an emergency briefing to over a dozen foreign diplomats in New Delhi, issued a stern warning. He stated that if Pakistan were to retaliate in any form, India would respond decisively. This statement has only served to heighten fears of a broader military conflict between the two countries, both of which possess nuclear weapons and a history of hostile confrontations. Despite the Indian warning, Pakistan did indeed respond. In an official statement, Pakistani authorities confirmed that they had engaged the Indian Air Force in aerial combat using their Chinese-origin J-10C fighter jets. The aerial encounter, which took place shortly after India's airstrikes, marked one of the most intense air battles in the region in recent years. According to Pakistani Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif, Pakistan's Air Force managed to shoot down 5 Indian aircraft during the engagement. These reportedly included 3 Rafale fighter jets, the most advanced warplanes in the Indian arsenal, as well as 2 other aircraft. If verified, this would represent a significant blow to the Indian Air Force, both in terms of military capability and morale. India has so far not officially commented on Pakistan's claim. The Indian military has not acknowledged the loss of any aircraft during the encounter. However, interestingly, India has also not issued any outright denial, which some analysts interpret as a subtle confirmation that at least some of the Pakistani claims may hold weight. Adding to the growing body of evidence, Pakistan's foreign minister told Parliament that the J-10C fighter jets, supplied by China, were responsible for downing the Indian warplanes. Specifically, he stated that 3 of the 5 downed aircraft were Rafale jets, which India had recently acquired from France in a multi-billion-dollar deal. These 4th-generation fighters are equipped with cutting-edge avionics and are considered a cornerstone of India's air defense capabilities. Backing Pakistan's version of events is a report from CNN, which cited an anonymous French intelligence official. According to the source, at least one of the Rafale jets operated by India was indeed shot down by Pakistan. French authorities were still working to determine whether more Rafales were lost in the engagement. This revelation lends international credibility to Pakistan's claims and raises questions about the effectiveness of India's air superiority in the region. Further strengthening Pakistan's case is the discovery of physical evidence near the site of the aerial clash. Local media in the Indian state of Punjab reported the recovery of debris believed to be from Chinese-made PL-15E air-to-air missiles. These long-range missiles, designed for beyond visual range engagements, are a critical component of Pakistan's aerial strike capabilities. The PL-15E is the export version of the PL-15 missile used by China's People's Liberation Army Air Force, PLAAF, while the domestic version has a reported range of up to 300 kilometers. The PL-15E variant is believed to have a reduced range of approximately 150 kilometers. The PL-15E is guided by an advanced active electronically scanned array, AESA, radar seeker, and receives mid-course updates via data link. It can reach speeds of up to Mach 5 and is considered one of the most formidable air-to-air missiles currently in service in Asia. Its use in the recent skirmish highlights the increasing sophistication of Pakistan's Air Force, particularly in comparison to past decades when it relied heavily on older, American-supplied aircraft and weaponry. It's worth noting that in addition to the J-10C, the JF-17 Block 3 fighter, jointly developed by China and Pakistan, is also capable of carrying the PL-15E missile. Some observers have speculated that the JF-17 may have also participated in the operation, though Pakistani officials have so far credited only the J-10C with scoring the aerial victories. Pakistan's confidence in its version of events has also been backed up by photographic evidence. One image circulating online shows a piece of missile debris, specifically the AESA radar seeker disc from a PL-15E missile, believed to have been used during the dogfight. Another image purportedly shows the tail fin of a downed Indian Rafale fighter jet, with the serial number BS00001 clearly visible, along with India's national insignia. In yet another piece of compelling visual evidence, wreckage believed to be from a Rafale engine has surfaced in video footage shared by villagers in the Indian state of Punjab. The footage shows local residents examining the remains of what is said to be a Mirage 2000 fighter jet, also of French origin and used extensively by the Indian Air Force. If the visual and media reports are accurate, the loss of multiple Indian fighter jets, including high-value assets like the Rafale and Mirage 2000, would represent a significant and undeniable defeat for India's air defense forces. So far, there are no verified reports or credible claims suggesting that Pakistan lost any of its own aircraft in the engagement. This disparity in losses has fueled further debate and analysis in military circles, with many experts pointing to the possible tactical advantages of the PL-15E missile system, as well as the electronic warfare capabilities integrated into the J-10C fighter. Pakistan's increasing reliance on Chinese military hardware, from aircraft to munitions, appears to be paying dividends in this instance. In terms of scale and intensity, this aerial confrontation may go down as one of the most significant in recent South Asian military history. A senior Pakistani security official told CNN that the dogfight involved as many as 125 fighter jets from both sides and lasted for more than an hour. Notably, neither side crossed into the other's airspace during the engagement, suggesting a careful attempt to avoid a full-blown war, despite the seriousness of the skirmish. According to the same source, many of the air-to-air missile exchanges took place at extreme distances, sometimes beyond 160 kilometers, demonstrating the advanced capabilities of modern air combat systems. These long-range engagements are a far cry from the close-range dogfights of earlier decades and reflect the changing nature of aerial warfare. In summary, the latest clash between India and Pakistan has introduced a new level of sophistication and danger to the already tense military standoff in the region. If Pakistan's claims are accurate, and there is growing evidence to support them, this would mark the first confirmed aerial combat victory for the J-10C fighter jet, which now becomes a more formidable player in regional air power dynamics. The incident also raises questions about the effectiveness of India's newly acquired Rafale jets, which were expected to give India a strategic edge in the skies. Instead, the apparent loss of 3 of these fighters within a single encounter raises alarms not only for Indian military planners, but also for their French suppliers. This situation underscores how quickly tensions can escalate between two longtime rivals and how a single military encounter can have far-reaching consequences for geopolitical stability, arms procurement strategies, and national morale.